Hi, Andy Amrine, and welcome to another segment of Around Town. Today we're going to be touring the old Bethel Park School building, which is now called the Schoolhouse Arts Center. The building is owned by the Historical Society, but the businesses operating in here are run by the Pittsburgh Schoolhouse Arts Center. Gorgeous facility. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what is actually in this building. So sit down, enjoy it, and if you've never seen what's inside this building, you're in for a real treat.
Linda Baxendale. I'm president of the Heritage Box gift shop in the Schoolhouse Arts Center.
Okay, how long have you been with the Schoolhouse Arts Center?
Off and on since 1974.
What got you interested in the Schoolhouse Arts Center?
It was because I was always interested in art, and I started to paint, and this was the place to be then. It was just so busy. And there were a lot of people. Whenever you get to be with people that share your interests, you want to go back more and more and more, and I think that's what happened. And then when I got into my glass business, Bob and I were on the road a lot doing shows, and so I had to leave for a while. And then later on, we both come back, and he's part of it too.
My name is Bob Baxendale.
Okay, and Bob, what's your association here to the Schoolhouse Arts Center?
I'm a past president and board member.
Okay, what are your responsibilities?
To make sure the president does a good job.
Okay, well that's an important job. And when did you start your association here at the Schoolhouse Arts?
Well, let's see, my wife and I really became really involved, I think, in 1978. I think that was the year.
And I just enjoy it. I enjoy the people. I enjoy the artwork. I just like to be here.
The schoolhouse building in itself, this one, was built in 1906. And we were able to celebrate here. We had a celebration in the building in 2006 of its 100 years old.
Now, what's the association between the Bethel Park Historical Society and the Schoolhouse Arts Center?
Well, when the Historical Society took the building over, and I can't remember the exact year it was in the 90s. Mm-hmm. We, at that time, we didn't pay any rent. We paid all of the bills, and we were the only people in the building, the Schoolhouse Arts Center. And after a while, we started to get other tenants and came into the building, and that's whenever we talked to the Historical Society, and they took over payment of the bills in lieu of us paying them rent and the other people paying rent.
Is the layout of the building pretty much the same as it was originally, where the
layout of
hallways, the rooms, and stairways?
The layout of the building is basically the same it was when it was a school, other than the fact is right around the corner here on the side, there used to be a bathroom. That was taken out, and there's like a fake wall there now that goes into this other classroom over in the corner.
Okay, when you said the building was built in 1906,
yeah.
And it was the original school building?
School building, right? Okay. I think it was a vocational school at the time.
Vocational school, and when did the building cease being a school? Do you remember?
A theater group come in here, Stage 62. Stage 62 came in here in 1972. And this building, I'm quite sure, was vacant for probably maybe 6 years before they came in. Okay. They came in 1972. But there was so much. What happens, the school district uses for storage. Okay. And this was a catch-all building. Everything in this building, every room in this building.
The original owners of the building then were the Bethel Park School District.
Right, and that was just loaded. And then in 74, the Schoolhouse Arts Center came in, and we opened up the Heritage Box. Since 74, the Schoolhouse Arts Center and Heritage Box were in here originally. And then only, I think, 10 years ago is when we started to get the other artists in the building and start to branch out. But which I feel was really good for the building, because now we have a center here for the arts in the South Hills, which was one of our goals originally back in the 70s when we started this, was an idea of having a center for the arts. And we weren't ever able to do that by ourselves. But I think with having South Arts and these other artists involved here, I think we can achieve it. But it's having to get together and working together. It makes it very interesting whenever we do have an opening and we all get together, which we have done in the past. We try to do this with South Arts. We try to get something going together like twice a year. Since 2006, we've got maybe 2 or 3 more artists in the building. So right now, I think we have like six different groups that are now in this building. In this building are South Arts of Pittsburgh, the Schoolhouse Arts Center, Heritage Box. Now, the Schoolhouse Arts Center is our main name. Heritage Box is where our gift shop's at. Heritage Players are upstairs. Del Monte Studios is right around the corner. And Ray Black is with Del Monte Studios. He's a photographer. And Ken Waggle Studios upstairs in the back. This man does fantastic work. You should see it sometime. You go up there whenever he's open. And John Pisarczyk Studios is in the back, and he teaches classes, and he is an artist, a artist of models and so forth.
And what can you tell us about the room we're in right now?
This room is called the Heritage Box Gift Shop, and this room is mainly handmade, handcrafted things. Thus, our theme is Made in America. So you won't find any Made in China in this room. And there are so many great artists, and they come from all around the area. Not necessarily Bethel Park, but it's like a gathering place. I call it a grassroots. It's not the Pittsburgh Center for the Arts, but it's people who like to knit and crochet and do those kind of things. You don't have to be an Andy Warhol to belong here. So you're with people that share your interests, and that's what I like.
Do you know how many artists you actually have that are exhibiting in this room?
23. 23? Mm-hmm. At the moment.
And the way that this operates, is this more of a consignment? They drop stuff off, and if it's sold for them, then they're reimbursed for it? Is that how this center works?
More or less. It's all volunteer. We work on a commission schedule, and it involves how many times you work a month as to how much we take out of your sales. So we have a calendar, and everybody signs up, and there's no employees. And if you work 4 times a month, we take 15%, and then it's a graduated scale.
Okay. How many volunteers do you actually?
We have 23 members. We have 23 volunteers.
Okay. Well, that works out pretty well then.
Yeah, it does. It does. The calendar is always full.
Okay. Now, is there a busier time of year for you than the rest? Christmas is, and when does the Christmas season, selling season start for you?
Well, we just had an opening on Saturday, which was the 16th of November, and it'll go through until the 21st of December.
Okay. Is there a busier weekend or weekdays, or is it work just like the weekend after Thanksgiving is your busiest weekend? Does any of that flow like it does retail?
No, not really. It just depends on the day. And South Arts, who is also housed in the building, is having a dinner on the 14th of December, and they bring a lot of people in, and we sort of get together and do things to make this very successful. For them, it's a fundraiser. Of course, we're always looking for funds, but that brings a lot of people into our shop as well as their gallery. They're more fine art, and the whole thing blends together very well.
Oh, with the 23 artists that you have, is there one type of artwork that sells better than the rest for you, or do you have things from crochet to pictures to paintings to photography to woodworking? You have all types here?
All of it. But we have watercolor, we have pastel, we have photographers, the crochet, knitting, jewelry, everything.
Okay, and you said that they're all from not just Bethel Park, they're from all over the Southwest Pennsylvania, or do you have artists from out of states? Or
no, they're all pretty local, but not necessarily Bethel Park. We have some from Baldwin. We have some from over in Pleasant Hills. I don't think we go further than that because if they come here to work or to enjoy some of our luncheons, you know, you're not going to drive 50 miles to do that.
Okay. Who does most of the displays here? The individual artists, or do you
No.
have
We have, are you talking about the setups?
the setups, right?
Yeah, we have shop managers who do that.
Okay, and they come in and display it.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do.
What are the actual hours that the Schoolhouse Arts Center is open?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about this individual room?
No, except it's a very nice, sunny, bright room, and it's very pleasant to be here, and we have everything for anybody. So we encourage people to come and stop in.
And why don't you tell us what room are we in now, and can you give us a little bit of history of the room and what is in this room currently?
Well, this room used to be the principal's office. I was always such a good girl. I never saw the principal's office. I'm sure a lot of kids did. Anyway, now it's our treasure room. And if you belong to the Schoolhouse Arts Center or the / Heritage Box gift shop, you also can bring things in here. We like antiques, collectibles, and things that are just unusual. And we call this our ongoing fundraising project. So when you look around here, you can see just about anything. And you can come in on a given day and see something that you didn't see the day before. So, and I think you have to get here early because we're our own best customers in this room. We like to see what's here. We we all need more treasures.
Okay, so in this room is actually just items that belong to the actual members then
Yes,
of the Schoolhouse Arts
yes,
Center?
and they're not handmade items. They're just tchotchkes.
Yes, treasures.
Treasures, right.
Very good.
This is the same. It's the same deal as the gift shop.
Okay.
That you'd be on a graduated scale as far as the commission is concerned. But you have to be a member of the Schoolhouse Arts Center before you can bring anything in here. It's not like, you know, like some of the consignment shops in the area.
Can you give us the name and history of this room?
Well, this room, I think, was a coat room because it had brackets along the walls. I guess when the children come in, they would hang their coats in here. In the classroom here, and, you know, out there in the hall. So we made this our gallery, and through the year, every 6 weeks we'll have an art show in here. We'll have an artist, a particular artist, come in and have a show. Or we'll have a watercolor show with a lot of the artists from Bethel Art League or somebody from South Arts or wherever. It's like an invitational thing. Right now, in November, we set up for Christmas, and this is what we're doing right now. And we just have, this is the Christmas room from November 16th this year till December 21st. And you might come in here today and find something, and then tomorrow something else. They're not necessarily all handmade. Some of the things are from the treasure room. Some of the things are handmade. But it's, we always like to do this. It's nice and cozy and Christmassy in here. You always find something for somebody. Most of our money comes from our membership fees and our classes. We do, around Christmas time, we have raffles, and in the Heritage Box, I'll show you our raffle lottery tree, which is a great thing. This is the kind of thing that we need to do. And for years, we went up to the farmer's market every month and with baked goods and things like that. And our classes bring in money. There'll be classes in the spring, the summer, and the fall. We're finished now with our classes. The schoolhouse is closed January and February because of the weather. We start up again in March. We offer toll painting, acrylics, pastels, oils, stained glass, whatever, you name it. And if we could find a qualified teacher, we'll offer the class and hopefully get enough people to make it a go.
Okay, how do you promote your classes?
We have a Facebook page.
The
It's
address?
called Schoolhouse Arts Center, Inc.
Okay.
Just updated it. Looks great.
Can you tell us about some of your fundraising events? And you have a raffle going on right now. And
Yes, we're raffling off the lottery tree. Raffle tickets are $1 each. So all of you residents in Bethel Park and surrounding areas, come and enjoy all the Christmas items and all the raffles. In conjunction with South Arts, we're having the Mary Mary Art Market and Fundraiser on December 14th. It's from 9 a.m. through 9 p.m. Refreshments served all day. 4 p.m. till 8, we're having dinner served and with some desserts. Unique, affordable gifts, fine art, crafts, anything you can imagine will be here. Good food, good company.
Are the artists going to be here too? Some of the artists?
Oh, yes.
No,
Yeah.
all of the artists will be here?
Not all of the
Okay.
artists, but I mean, a lot of them usually are, especially from South Arts. They're very, very active. And they'll be over in the class, our new classroom. That's been painted and refurbished. It looks wonderful. So come and enjoy the raffles and the company and the food.
And they'll be able to, walk around the building and tour the
Oh, yes.
facilities and so forth
Yes,
with it? Okay.
everybody will be here. So our address is 2600 South Park Road, Bethel Park. Our hours are 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday. So.
And how can we get in touch with you?
Oh, you can get in touch with us by calling 412-835-9898.
Okay, and then you're also on the Facebook?
On
Under
the
what
Facebook
name?
page, Schoolhouse Art Center, Inc. There's a lot of information on the Facebook page, just been updated.
Okay,
So check us out.
wonderful. Thank you very much for your time.
If you're interested in becoming a member, whether you're an artist or not, stop by and pick up one of our information sheets and our contracts and talk to the person who's working that day and get all the information you need. Everybody's welcome.
It's a great building. It's got a lot of class. It does, and you really have to appreciate it. And I highly recommend to the people of Bethel Park that you have some free time, contact the Historical Society and join the Historical Society to help save this building. And if you have any talent whatsoever, contact the Schoolhouse Art Center. Become a member of the Schoolhouse Art Center. We need members. We appreciate members, and we're here to help the community also.
And do you take members of all ages?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we take members of all ages.
Okay,
Yeah, very much so.
very good.
Stop by and get some information. Love to have you.
Thank you for watching another segment of Around Town. I hope that you were as excited and pleased with what you saw here in the Schoolhouse Art Center. Just an amazing facility, amazing building. If you're anywhere into any of the arts, or even just for this time of year into the Christmas items, or even just the history, some of the history of Bethel Park itself, you've enjoyed watching this segment. I'm Andy Amrine, and thank you again for watching Around Town.
Merry Christmas, Bethel Park. I'm Dave Cable, the director of BPTV, and I'm here to read for you the holiday classic, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even, Oh, hey, George.
I'm not George. I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
I don't know, you look an awful lot like my volunteer George.
Well, you are gravely mistaken. I am a ghost.
All right then, Mr. Ghost of Christmas Present. Why don't you come up here on the hot seat and explain to me why you had to come in here and interrupt my holiday special?
I would just like to wish everybody in Bethel Park a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year, and to remind you all to watch all the great holiday programming right here on BPTV.
You know, you didn't have to pretend to be a ghost to come in here and say that.
But I am a ghost.
So, do you think you could look a little more festive?
Sure.
You know, that's not too bad.
You should see some of my other tricks I got up my sleeve.
Wow, look at all this holiday program we have this year at BPTV. How am I going to find enough help to cover all of it? Oh, hey, Ghost of Christmas, George.
No, it's the Ghost of Christmas Present, Dave.
Either way, this is not a good time right now.
Why is that?
I have all these holiday programs to cover and I don't have nearly enough volunteers.
I can help.
What can you do? You're a disembodied spirit.
Remember that trick I showed you last year?
Yeah?
Watch this.
Ta-da! Wow, this could solve all of my volunteer problems. Why didn't you tell me you could do that?
You didn't ask.
Well, while I'm asking, how many of you can there be at one time?
As many as you need, Dave. As many as you need.
Maybe I'll just write Santa Claus a letter and ask him for help.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from everyone here at BPTV.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947.
Hi, I'm Mike Ryan. I'm the father of a former Bethel Park athlete. We were fortunate enough to have BPTV cover our home games. We took one of the CDs and forwarded it off to different coaches of schools my son was interested in. We had an immediate response, and my son was now very fortunate to be able to play college ball. And I credit BPTV for that. So I would recommend that you get a hold of your heads of boosters and talk to them about doing home games. It makes for a great recruiting tool. It's also a great gift for grandma and grandpa, and it's also a great keepsake for years to come. Contact BPTV and help them help you.
Hey, you ready? Of course I am. What are you waiting for? I was waiting for you. So we're gonna continue the hubby thing real quick. Okay, places everyone. In a minute! Do I have to do everything myself? You can't do it all by yourself. I have to say that... Sure I can. No, he can't. And neither can I. So why don't you come on down to BPTV and help us make some of the great community programs you see on this station every day. Yeah! I mean, we can help you make your TV show ideas a reality. It's pretty awesome. So come on down. I mean, I am pretty good, but I'm sure I could use your help.
BPTV. Come volunteer. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be here.
BPTV. Come on in, make a show. It's still fun after all these years.